Hello friends, I am Professor Sachin Ratnakar Kokne, Assistant Professor in ENTC Department of AISSMS Institute of Information Technology Pune. Today we will be seeing generation of BFSK signal using MATLAB software. So let us start with the generation of FSK signal by using MATLAB software. So here already I have written the code for FSK generation. Here we can see the first three instruction CLC close all clear all. This CLC is nothing but it clears the command window. Close all means it close the all previous running programs. Clear all is nothing but it clears the all workspace registers. Okay, so after that since we are generating a FSK signal means here we will be requiring three different signals. One is what? High frequency signal, another one is low frequency signal, and one is message signal. Why? Because in FSK, as we know that whenever there is a bit 1, that time we will be getting a high frequency carrier at the output, and whenever there is a bit 0, that time we will be getting a low frequency carrier at the output. If we see here in the diagram, you can see that. So the first graph is what? High frequency carrier waveform. Second graph is of low frequency carrier waveform, and third signal is a digital signal. Okay, so it is a unipolar binary signal. Why unipolar? Because the signal present only on the either side of the pole. That is, here we are using positive pole. Okay, so the signal is what? Unipolar. In case of BPSK, we have used here polar binary signal. Means the signal was present on both the poles, positive pole as well as negative pole. But here for FSK generation we need a unipolar signal. Okay, so these three signals we have to create initially. That is high frequency carrier, low frequency carrier, after that digital signal. Okay, and FSK signal is the last one. Here we can see. So here we can see the signal is high, means for bit 1 we will be getting high frequency carrier at the output. Whenever there is a bit 0, here it is what? Bit is 0. That's why here we will be getting output as a low frequency carrier. Again next bit is what? 1. So here we will be getting high frequency carrier, and next bit is 0. For bit 0 we are getting low frequency carrier out the output, and so on. So this is what FSK signal, frequency shift keying. Since here we are using only two frequencies, that is high frequency and low frequency, that's why we call this signal as binary frequency shift keying signal. Okay, so let us see the code for this BFSK. Okay, so in here we are taking three variables, FH, FL and FB. Okay, so FH variable stands for high frequency carrier signal, FL stands for low frequency carrier signal, FB stands for message signal carrier. Sorry, FH stands for high frequency, FL stands for low frequency, and FB stands for what? Message signal frequency. Okay, so here it is the keyword input. So whenever there is a keyword input, it means that user has to give the input through the keyboard. Okay, and whatever the message we write inside the bracket, that will be displayed on the screen. So first message will be displayed as enter the high frequency sine wave carrier. Okay, so after this we have to give the value of high frequency carrier. Second message will be displayed low frequency sine wave carrier. So again we have to give low frequency carrier signal frequency. Next, third message will be a frequency of pattern, means message signal. Okay, we have to give the frequency of the message signal. Okay, after that the next variable is what? AMP stands for amplitude. Okay, so we are giving amplitude for both the carrier as well as binary message signal. Okay, so now here here we are doing AMP equal to AMP divided by 2. Okay, so just now we have discussed the signal which is required, that is a unipolar. Here we need the message signal that is unipolar. Okay, So MATLAB by default it generates the polar signal. Polar signal means it uses both the poles, positive pole as well as negative pole. But for FSK generation we need the unipolar signal. That's why here what we are doing here, we are doing AMP equal to AMP divided by 2. Okay, and after that time axis we are taking from 0 to 1, and interval that we are taking is 0.001. Okay, means total 1000 instance we are considering. Okay, so next variable is what? C1. C1 stands for high frequency carrier. Okay, so there is a inbuilt function, sine function. By using inbuilt sine function, here we are going to create a high frequency carrier signal. So the equation will become amplitude into sine 2 pi fst. Similarly, C2 is for low carrier signal. Okay, low carrier frequency signal. So the equation will be, instead of fh, now there will be a fl. So amplitude into sine 2 pi flt. Okay, so as we are seeing here, total 4 graphs are there. So since we have to plot all 4 graphs on the single page, so that's why we have to use the subplot instruction. By using subplot instruction, we can plot multiple graphs on the same page. So here I need total 4 graphs. That's why I will be taking 4 rows and single column. So first digit indicates row, second digit indicates column, and third digit indicates the section in which we are going to plot the signal. Okay, now we are going to plot the signal in the first section. That's why here it is 1. Okay, so here we are plotting C1 signal. C1 is what? C1 is a high frequency carrier signal. So here we are plotting high frequency carrier signal with respect to time. Okay, and for x axis we are giving name as time. For y axis we are giving name as amplitude by using keyword x label and y label. So these names you can see in the graph, time and amplitude. Here we can see the, for the x-axis there is a name time, for y-axis there is a name amplitude. Okay, and the title that we are giving is high frequency carrier wave. So here the title is given as high frequency carrier wave. Okay, so once we plot in the first section, now in the second section we are going to plot the low frequency carrier signal. Okay, so here we are plotting C2. C1 is what? High frequency carrier signal, and here C2 is what? Low frequency carrier signal. So again we are plotting low frequency carrier, and we are giving labels x label as time, y label as amplitude, and for second graph we are giving title as low frequency carrier wave. Okay, so till now we have created 2 signals, that is what? High frequency carrier and low frequency carrier, and we have plotted them. Okay, now the next work is what? To generate the digital signal. Since the digital signal is in the square form, right? Square wave signal. So that's why we have to use here square function. Okay, so the equation will be now amplitude into square 2 pi fbt plus amplitude. Okay, so why here plus amplitude? Because actually if we see here amplitude is taken what? Half. Okay, so since we are taking here half amplitude, right, that's why the signal is going to plot polar. Here you can see the high frequency carrier is plotted from minus 0.5 to plus 0.5. Why? Because in MATLAB by default amplitude is taken as 1. Okay, and here since we are making amplitude equal to amplitude divided by 2, so here amplitude became plus 0.5 and minus 0.5. For low frequency carrier also amplitude is plus 0.5 and minus 0.5. But for master signal, here amplitude is what? Here also by default the amplitude was minus 0.5 to plus 0.5, but here we are adding an offset of 0.5. That's why that polar signal gets converted to unipolar. So where we added this offset 0.5, here we can see plus amp. This plus amp is nothing but amp value is what? 0.5. Okay, if amplitude is equal to 1, then amp equal to amp divided by 2 means amp became 0.5. Okay, so here we have added offset of 0.5. So that's why this polar signal gets shifted to upside and polar signal gets converted to unipolar. Okay, and that was the need for the FSK generation. For FSK generation, we want binary signal that should be unipolar. Okay, and after that, once we generated the message signal, we are plotting that signal into the third section. Okay, so here we are plotting m is what? Message signal with respect to time, and x label, x-axis we are giving the name as time, y-axis as amplitude, and title that we are giving as pattern or message signal. Okay, now here the logic starts to generate the FSK signal. As we have discussed earlier, so total number of instants are total 1000. T is equal to 0 to 1, and the interval is what? 0.001. Means total 1000 samples will be there, and we have to process all those 1000 samples. Okay, so for that I'm using here for loop. Okay, and that for loop is running from 0 to 1000. I equal to 0 to 1000. Okay, and what we have to check here, I have to check whether this message signal is having amplitude 1 or 0. Why? Because whenever there is amplitude 1, that time I will be sending high frequency carrier, and whenever amplitude is 0, that time I will be sending low frequency carrier. Okay, so to generate this message signal, I'm using total 1000 points, and all those 1000 points I have to check whether they are 0 or 1. Okay, so here I'm checking if, here we can see, here we are using increment. Okay, if m of I plus 1 equal to 0, equal, here it is a condition, double equal to. Okay, if it is 0, if message signal sample value is equal to 0, then I'm assigning C2 carrier, and C2 is what? C2 is nothing but it is a low frequency carrier. Okay, when it is a, when message signal point value is 0, that time I'm assigning low frequency carrier. Else means what? When there is a message signal sample value is 1, that time I'm assigning C1, and C1 is what? High frequency carrier. This is what the logic means. Here we are going to check the sample value of message signal. If sample value of message signal is 0, then I'm sending a high frequency carrier. Otherwise I'm sending a, if it is a 0, I'm sending a low frequency carrier. Otherwise I'm sending a high frequency carrier. And these are the end for if loop, and this end for loop. Okay, so in this what we are doing, we are overwriting the message signal. Already here we have used the variable m. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are overloading this C2 low frequency value to m, again high frequency carrier value to again m. Okay, now this m will be a FSK signal. Earlier m was what? M is what? Message signal. Here we are overwriting that m value, that's why now m became FSK signal. Okay, so in the fourth section we are plotting the FSK signal, that's why here it is 4 comma 1 comma 4. Okay, so plot t comma m. So x-axis is what? X-axis is time, y-axis is amplitude, and title is what? FSK modulated wave. Okay, so let us run this code. It is the run key. So once we click on this, here it is a command window. So as we discussed, the message, first message what? And enter the high frequency sine wave carrier. Okay, so this message is displayed, enter the high frequency sine wave carrier. So here I will take high frequency carrier as 40. After that, next message is what? Enter low frequency sine wave carrier. Here I am taking frequency as 10. Okay, so the next message is what? Enter the frequency of pattern, means message signal. Okay, so here I will take frequency of message signal as 5. Okay, and after that next message is what? Enter the amplitude of both carrier and message signal. So here I'm taking amplitude as 1. Okay, so once I give all the values, so on the right side we will get all the waveforms. So this is what output. So as we discussed now, for high frequency carrier we took high frequency signal as 40, means total 40 cycles are there from 0 to 1. For low frequency we took frequency 10. Okay, so that's why here total 10 cycles in between time axis 0 to 1. Okay, and here we have taken frequency message signal frequency as 5. That's why total 5 cycles are there. Okay, and last signal is nothing but what? FSK signal. So if we see here it is a bit 1. For bit 1 we received the high frequency carrier, and for bit 0 we received the low frequency carrier. Again for bit 1 again high frequency carrier, and for bit 0 low frequency carrier. Okay, since the frequency of the carrier is changing at the output depending upon the bit 1 or 0, that's why the signal is called as binary frequency shift keying. Since we are using only 2 frequencies, that's why binary frequency shift keying. Thank you.